Hey guys, welcome to my problematic house. Today we're going to be doing a minor repair. What we have here is a gas leak right about there. That gas leak was discovered last night. We had the Atlanta gas and light guy come out, and he couldn't fix it and tighten it because it was tucked behind my tankless water heater line. So in order to fix a leak from here, I have to go to the nearest union, the direction of the thread. So there's a 90 degree, there's a 90 degree here. There's no union, that was the coupler. The next union is down here at the regulator. So I gotta remove this. And I went to Home Depot and I saw how this comes apart. The top part that is text, that has text on it, that's the solid part. So the threading is underneath, so I have to spin this and hold this down here, not that. So the bottom section will come out, and then that way I can unscrew that, or unscrew this, spin this entire assembly off that, unscrew that so that it doesn't spin around, and then just spin this off at the valve. And I have the gas line shut off here, and then it's also shut off to the house. So it's kind of a tricky situation where I have to go all the way down to the source. But let's get into it with this product here, pipe thread sealant. The gentleman at Home Depot said that this is the best for and it looks like I had used that in the past, but to not use the Teflon tape designed for gas. So we'll see. I really recommend using the right kind of tools. These are pipe wrenches. I had to buy another pipe wrench, but also really analyzing which way you are in fact turning the unions to get it off. It can be kind of confusing, and especially if you're all upside down. Analyze that union, make sure you're turning it in the right direction. There we have it. I loosened it up so it goes this way so I can remove the gas line. Another thing I did is I went ahead and unplugged everything that was applicable, so there's nothing, and I made sure that the valve is perpendicular with the direction of it, so that's shut off, and it's shut off at the street as well. So with this off, now I can spin this with my pipe wrench. Also, before struggling, make sure you don't have anything clamped to the wall. I almost made a big mistake by ripping the trim off the door. The pipe sealant on this and screw it back up there. Yeah, see, the threads are fine. I'll get a wire brush from the shop and clean out the threads too, just so I have new sealant on there. But yeah, that was ridiculous. So I found out the reason why this was so loose is my wife said that the Atlanta Gas Light Company guy tightened this and tightened all of this to stop the leaking. So that's why the bottom part was so loose, because he spun it out of the union, or out of the T connection. So I got my wire brush, I cleaned out the threadings, I'm gonna clean off the threads, put new sealant on there, and screw this all back together. So I read on the instructions that I'm for pipes up to 1.5 inches, so this is below 1.5 inches. Apply this pipe thread sealant to the male threads only. So that would be the male thread, not inside the T-junction there. So I'm gonna do all my application on any of the male parts. Make sure I get it all 360 degrees in between the thread pieces. Oop. Not spill it all over my closet here. And my instructor at Home Depot said apply generous amounts. That's pretty generous. Make sure I'm not cross-threading. Yeah, that's definitely getting in there. Hand tighten first, and I'm going to put my camera down so I can tighten with my tools. And it was about 8 rotations to close it up, but that's got sealant all the way around it, and that's the direction it's going to be. I'm going to go ahead and do the other pipes. All right, junction 2 is sealed. I tested that existing one, it's nice and tight. Now on to the next one. What's the hardest one? And it's kind of making me nervous being right next to these water pipes and my light that's kind of dangling there. But I'm tightening it. I'm trying to tighten it to where I have the right rotation. But I need to re-tighten these guys. Maybe put them in a different configuration, because now that just goes out and doesn't go down. The problem. So I got that coupler connected, and I got this one on this short piece of pipe. So what I can't stress enough how important it is to plan almost like loose fit it, and plan your attack with how you put things together, because I wanted to make sure that as I'm tightening this, it eventually gets to the point where it's tight and it's down. So I'm planning it to where I can spin it. This would be very, very difficult to get on here in this little tight corner, and especially making sure that it's tight and all the way down. Otherwise, you'd have to like remove the trim and everything like that. This is like a tight fit right here, but there could be a situation in your house where, you know, you're tightening it and you need to be careful with planning on how you're actually going to be able to get your tools in there. So that's just a word of advice. It's better for me in this scenario to put this pipe together at union and stop it when it's aiming downward, as tight as it can be downward. You don't want to have to like back up. Once it's tightened back up to a certain degree, you want to actually stop as it's moving forward and lock it in place. So that's that little word of advice. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. We have a newly assembled, all put back together pipe assembly doing 2 90-degree turns and back on the union, which I did put a little bit of sealant. I didn't put a whole bunch because there's only like a few rotations on that. So I'm gonna shove this back into the corner, strap it back down, put everything back together, and power up my system. And yay, we now have gas and hot water and cooking gas. That was a beast of a job, but still doable. So for those of you who don't know, I'm not a certified plumber. I am a DIYer. So this is just for trying to save some money, and being able to do it yourself is better if you can try and take on the jobs if it's not too ambitious. I say take a stab at it. It's a good thing to be able to do things on your own. And that saved me the cost of a plumber, with about $50 worth of supplies, because I had to get this and I had to buy another pipe wrench. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope this helps. Leave a comment below and see if you have any things to add to it, if I did something wrong, or if you have any advice on, or if you need any advice on it, I'll respond. And make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and the bell notification, because I'll be posting new videos regularly. Thanks.